Over these coming years, our federation will be tested. We will be expected to find new solutions to novel and well-known problems, to respond more quickly than we ever have before, to build partnerships to extend our reach and multiply our impact. And while the success of these past years provides important lessons, it does not provide a blueprint. Continuity doesn't mean repeating the work of the past. Continuity means respecting our patrimony and building on the lessons of the past. Continuity means making sure that we act to keep our federation relevant in the humanitarian world. Continuity means that we act together with and in support of our national societies to make sure that they too are strong and relevant. The IFRC president serves both as a symbol of continuity and an agent of change on the ground, incarnating our principles and values, serving as a lightning rod to protect our colleagues, and representing all national societies in discussions on development, resources and policies. The President chairs the IFRC Governing Board, a board on which I have served since 2017. In this capacity, the President seeks common ground while casting an eye over the horizon, assuring that the board business is conducted effectively and leading the board itself on behalf of the regions and national societies in facing the challenges of today while preparing for those of tomorrow. The President also embodies the board's oversight of the Secretariat, providing encouragement and vision without interfering with the day-to-day management of the Federation. In fact, the President's primary focus is not on Geneva, but on the national societies. I come from a small country. Georgia has a population of only 4 million, served by 15,000 volunteers of the Red Cross Georgia. Small but typical. The challenges we face in Georgia, sustaining dialogue with our government, making the most of our resources and providing help to others when we can, are the challenges faced by so many of the national societies. The job of the IFRC President is to facilitate national societies in their dialogue with government, in getting fair access to resources, and in safeguarding the Red Cross and Red Crescent as the leading voice advocating for the people in distress. Nothing could have prepared me better for this role than leading a successful national society on the crossroads of Europe and Asia, that faces the same challenges as the vast majority of national societies around the world. As the candidate of continuity, it is my job to safeguard what we are doing right. As the candidate of change, it is my job to identify and engage the engine of change. I have discovered this engine, all of 191 of them. This means focusing on national society development, on excessive development funds, and on building financial and organizational resilience. This means asserting our leadership role and embodying the aspiration of young people. It means inspiring and protecting our volunteers. Consider how a changing world demands that we of the Red Cross and Red Crescent change as well. Migration is not new, but the scale and scope of migration is something we have never seen before. With so many people on the move, our preparation and our response place us at the nexus of national and local authorities, of aid agencies, and of our colleagues in the ICRC. This is not just a question of quickly mobilizing resources and teams, but of mastering the fine arts of collaboration and cooperation across a complex ecosystem of humanitarian players, while advocating for the rights, safety, and needs of people on the move. Climate change is not new, but the increasing frequency and impact of weather-related disasters is something the planet has not witnessed in thousands of years. As a consequence, more of our attention needs to be focused on prevention and on reducing the risk of disasters, safeguarding families before the storm strikes, before the water rise, before the livelihoods are washed away. What links these growing threats to the core of our century-and-a-half-old humanitarian mission is that we are called on not only to safeguard people's physical safety, but also their psychological well-being. When we say that Red Cross and Red Crescent volunteers bring hope, something I witnessed as a girl during Georgia's war, that hope is illuminated by the example of selflessness and humanity of our volunteers and staff.